Had a really strong personal reaction to this.
Dr. Tamara Hintz, a child psychiatrist in Saskatoon, had just taken in the city's Pride Parade with her kids when she saw outrage begin on social media. A local political blogger calling out the Saskatchewan government for funding an independent religious school run by a church with homophobic policies. Dr. Hintz is concerned about schools like Westgate Heights Academy in Saskatoon. It's run by the Alliance Church, and that church's policy equates homosexuality with crimes like fraud or sexual assault. And Hintz says it's unacceptable. Statistics show 50% of LGBTQ kids are bullied and far more likely to attempt or complete suicide.
I don't even think we can begin to estimate the harm this can cause.
But Westgate's lead pastor and school director tells CBC News this policy about homosexuality only applies to its church members and not the students and teachers at the school. Still, some taxpayers and members of the LGBTQ community question why the government is funding organizations like this to run schools. This fall, the province is planning to give independent and historical schools $17.5 million.
They're allowed their religious beliefs, and that's, a freedom that we have in Canada, absolutely. But you don't get to indoctrinate other people in it, especially with public funding.
Rayleigh Perkins is a teacher in the public system who works hard to create LGBTQ safe spaces.
Hearing those things about you and from your community, I just can't imagine the impact that would have on your physical well-being, your emotional well-being.
What we can say confidently is that schools that receive public funding need to also uphold public values, in particular protecting the human rights of every child, every youth, and every adult that walks in their doors.
The Minister of Education was not made available for an interview, but in a statement to CBC News, the ministry did say that legislation allows families to educate their children as per their conscientious beliefs, and it's up to individual caregivers and parents to determine where their kids go to school. Jessie Anton, CBC News, Regina.